Hey!
All right, we are live. We got some comment. Thank you everybody for showing up here. Andrew.
He really does deserve it.
Thank you guys. Slay. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you.
Felicio.
Amy, yes.
That's not great, but yeah.
Anybody who drops by the chat, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm jealous of the chilly weather. I wish I had that. I have to turn my AC way up to get a hoodie on.
Okay, I had the stream in the background, and I just started hearing your voice twice.
Oh, cool!
And nice. I'm so confused why you're repeating yourself. And then I realized, oh wait, I have the stream in the other tab.
It's because I'm using the Song of the Origin for my stream here. That's what it is.
There we go.
Hear the reverberations of the magic.
They do echo, so yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So is that part of Edan?
I mean,
you gotta get in there, man.
Jake must have the gift, I guess. Yeah.
You're making me more excited. That's
you got it, dude. You gotta read it.
That's not allowed.
Okay, so I just, this is a pretty much whatever goes kind of thing. There's no plan for the stream whatsoever. I just wanted to celebrate. This was a cool milestone that happened about 2 years sooner than I thought it would. And I figured I'd have like 50 subs by now at the most. And this is just, it's crazy, man. So this community has just been amazing. And I wanted to have like a little celebration thing and invite some booktube friends to pop in. So we might have some other people kind of come in and out or whatever. But yeah, I'm honored and grateful, and it's amazing.
Well, can I offer you my congratulations, Jake? I think it's fantastic, and it's phenomenal growth for a very still young channel. And I'm really excited to see what more you bring here to our community. I think it's really wonderful that you're here. And yeah, congrats, man. It's the first milestone of many more to come, I'm quite sure. So,
thank you so much. Yeah, that means so much to me. That's very nice.
You're gonna get to 42,000 and meet Dr. Chase very soon.
Oh, he'll be well over 100 by then, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
100 years or 100,000?
100,000 subs, 100,000 years.
I don't know. You keep doing these One Piece videos, you're gonna get there before we know it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so we were talking about the Edan trilogy just a little bit. Philip is signing the tip-in pages for the Broken Binding Special Edition as we speak.
I'm actually sorry about that, but I'm
signing
the tip-in.
I think it's cool.
Exactly, it is
page,
cool.
And I have no time to do this. It's shocking how much time it takes to actually sign 1,500 pieces of paper. So
I can only imagine. Thank you, Top Banana. Appreciate you. I gotta ask, at what point does the Beowulf joke get overused? And do we need to come up with something else? Well, I love it, but man.
Oh, from Slay, never. Slay can use it as many times as possible, and I'm totally fine. Slay gets to use it. But no, I love Beowulf so much, and it is very much at the core of my, I guess you could say, my journey as a writer, because it is a text that I engage with as a teacher, but also in my writing. In many ways, there are a lot of things that go on in the Edan trilogy that maybe 1 in a million people would get, because they're little obscure Old Englishy things that I put in there. There've been a couple people, I think, maybe who picked up on some of those, but yeah, it is in many ways my sort of love letter to Beowulf as well.
Maybe what I need to do is read Beowulf right before I read Way of Edan.
It wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
I think that's that'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
We gotta let Vera in because I know it's probably extremely late where you are. Thank you for dropping by. I know you got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes past midnight, but my room is absolute carnage. I still have my makeup from filming videos today. But actually,
wow.
That's
I saw some of this
going on.
I saw some of this on your Instagram. It was madness.
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing, but I'm gonna clean it up in the morning because I can't. However, Jake, I came here because obviously I want to celebrate with you. Hello, Chance. And I have Pepsi from Halloween that my boyfriend poured, I think, like whiskey or rum into, thinking that we'd get through it, but we didn't. And so for
Don't
you,
shake it too much.
Oh,
Careful,
That
I
is-
get jealous.
That is an
So,
old
this Jake-
bottle of whiskey.
oh, my hands are shaking. I'm so nervous.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Love it. Love it.
Wow. Jake, how's it feel?
Oh man, I can just quit making videos now.
Yeah.
It's, it was all for this. It was never about the friends or the books. It was all just for the 1,000 subs.
You reached 1K, that's it. You get 1K, oh god, you get 1 grand, and that's your reward.
Subs level rising, that's funny.
Yes, actually, that's a really good one.
Yeah. Nerd Level Rising is one of the best, I think, channel names I've come across, by the way.
Really? You like it?
100%.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
Yeah. I was like shocked it wasn't a thing. And then I saw you when
Me too.
You started out and I was like, wow, has that not been a thing?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was astounded. Trace, what's up? I love this name too, Kindles and Kicks. That's a great name.
That's a good name. Yeah. I didn't even realize you could have cool names for a channel when I started mine. That's a boring name. But
well, you have Dr. Fantasy, so you don't need a name. You have the title.
That's
true. The winner.
Yeah.
Right
and
there.
that was given to me by a subscriber, actually. So
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought either you gave it to yourself or AP Canavan gave it to you.
No, there is a story behind that too, I guess, but this is for another day because this is about Jake. But
I'm just here for the vibes.
AP did have something to do with it. I will say that. Yeah.
AP is.
Jake,
I want to talk to AP. He seems.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to him.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Jake, I was going to ask you, could you walk us through, because maybe I missed it, but how exactly did you come to the decision of, okay, I'm starting the channel? I know John from Talking Story was somehow involved in this origin story.
Yeah.
I think Chance was involved as well, but I'm not too sure. So tell us.
I can't take any credit.
Yeah.
He has so much
biography on
swag. He has so much more swag.
I'm so lame, dude. I don't know. No, so it's not that exciting, I don't think. I mean, like a lot of people just watching a lot of booktube and I think I found Daniel Green first way back in the day with his like original Wheel of Time videos. Like old school, and I watched those and then kind of fell off, and then I found Mike, which was, I can't even remember when it might have been during COVID or towards the end of COVID or something. But and I was just, that kind of sucked me back in, and I found a bunch more. I found Philip. I found through him, found AP, found Jimmy Nuts, found Joanna, like all these different people. So I just started watching more and more, and then I was like, man, this is so cool that you guys are not just talking about books, but like you're friends. Like you do these discussions together. How cool is that? And time kept going on, and I have some friends in real life who I can talk about books with. Like I got a couple friends in Stormlight, but not, it's not a ton. And so I was kind of itching for that. I keep watching BookTube, and then we find this random dude named John Minton who just goes back and forth with this kid. I'm like, what is this is such a crazy, interesting channel. And his energy was just like the final push that I needed, where I was like, okay, I really do want to do this. And then it was just from that point of, 6 or 7 months of trying to muster up the courage to actually, jump in there and try it. And I remember one of his live streams, it was right when I made the YouTube account so I could lock in the name. And then I was in one of his live streams, and I was just like, yeah, right. I was like, hey, I made this. This is me saying I'm doing this, right? I'm gonna need some time to get it rolling, but I'm doing it. This is my accountability check.
That's
and I did
amazing.
It was his Town Square also that I did that with.
That's how I found you. Yeah, I found you through the Town
go.
Square. I was like, oh, this guy's setup is amazing, and I love
Yeah.
his energy. So
Thank you.
that's how I
That's awesome.
found you.
Yeah.
The purple
And then-
lights.
So
yeah.
you're saying that when you saw John, you were like, well, if this guy can do this, then I can.
Yeah. I mean, basically.
I had the same thought.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember Alex had started his channel just right before I did too, and I saw that. I think John shouted it out, and I was just like, okay, like people are starting. This guy that I look up to is shouting him out on his channel. Like, you know, let me just finally do it. So
I thought it was so interesting because he comments on one of my videos before he posts any videos. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing something," and then I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna click on your thing and I'm gonna subscribe to you before you have any videos out, and let's see what you got, man."
Here we go. Here we go, Brian. What is up?
Brian.
Snacky Jake.
Dropping by. Snacky. I wish I was snacky right now. These are very, very low calorie days for me. I think we all benefit from not being overshadowed by the handsome Brian.
Yeah.
It's just because I have my makeup
Written.
on still.
Oh yeah.
Oh, congrats,
Bye.
Britain. Woo.
Awesome.
Yeah, Jake, I remember when your channel first started and I saw one of your videos, but then I went to your channel and I was like, I don't see any, they kept popping up on my homepage because the algorithm was just throwing them at me. And then I think I commented, I was like, hey man, I think you might have these as unlisted or private or something. I don't know.
Did it wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. But I saw it was just the setup was too good. I was like, this guy's a pro. And then I go and I'm like, how does he not have 1 million followers?
I'm definitely not a pro. I copied a lot of what John does.
Yeah.
All of this is copied from what John and Jacob do, right? I literally ordered the lights that they have listed in their description. I just made it purple so it doesn't perfectly match. And then I already had a mic because of my other job, and I'm like pretty used to talking to a camera for my job and stuff. So like that helped. But yeah, I was like, let me just copy what these people that it seems to work. Let me just kind of do what they're doing, and I figure I'll kind of carve out my own little style along the way and
Yeah.
figure it out.
Were you doing Instagram the whole time, like before that?
Yeah, a little bit. I started doing it more consistently. Thank you. What's up? I started doing it more consistently when I started the channel, just because I was like, you know, why not? And that's been fun too. I mean, there's a really cool community on Instagram too. There's crossover, but it's also very separate at the same time, which is fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not much of an Instagrammer, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't I don't have Instagram at all.
That one's for the hip folk.
That's why
I'm a serial poster. I'm afraid. Not my posts aren't nearly as good as Jake's. Like every single time you finish a book, Jake, right? You post the photo of the book with your bookshelves in the background, and every time I'm like, you know,
wow,
and
that's
then,
mind blowing to hear, because I'm like, this is the lowest effort thing ever.
You put effort into it.
Jake, I post a photo of the crazy Witcher photos that I have up on my wall, and I'm like, yes, post.
There you go. That's true. It's all endearing.
yeah.
Everyone loves it. I literally take 10 minutes on a Saturday morning and like put a book on there, take a picture, put a different book on there, take a picture.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's efficiency.
Dude, it's
like
I got
Willy
so
Wonka's
much going on.
chocolate
You gotta
factory.
be efficient.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when is the competition? Is it next week?
Hey,
Is it
Chris.
1 week from today? Chris, what's up, dude? Thank you for coming
Hey,
by.
what's up? Yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you. Yeah,
Excited
so
for
I had my first one was last Saturday, and then I get 2 weeks off here where I get to suffer a little bit more, and then 1 week from today is my second and final competition, and then I can finally eat like a normal human being and not have zero energy anymore. So
That sounds like it'll be
Yeah.
really nice.
it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Doing
Is it
two
normal?
back-to-back
Is it
shows.
normal to bunch the competitions together because you have to do so much prep? for
Yep,
it?
exactly. You spend so much time and energy getting there, you might as well, you know, get your money's worth kind of thing. And it's expensive too. So
I
it's
bet.
yeah, so there's a sweet spot of, you know, most people do maybe between 1 and 3 competitions once they're finally like ready, depending on budget and what's available to you locally and stuff like that. But or obviously people who are very, very good and very competitive who then qualify for higher level stuff, then they might do more. But that's not me yet. So
Okay. Wow.
Yet is
One
the key
day.
word. That's
Yeah,
right.
you wouldn't know it by seeing the pictures, man. Everything looks like, I mean,
thanks, dude. Yeah.
you know, you put work in.
Yeah. I mean, I tried. Yeah.
I mean, it
Mhm.
really does look like you have such a high effort stuff all around. I mean, you even
Thanks,
have an
yeah.
intro.
That's the secret, man. You got to do minimal effort that looks like high effort, so you have
Right.
the time to focus on other things, and but still put out something that you're, proud of and all that kind of stuff.
I do like John's strategy in this whole thing is like having a son. So Chris, you're ahead of the curve here as far as I know.
True.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
that's step one.
Yeah. I have a son. He's not tech savvy.
You got to send him to film school.
How old is your son, Chris?
He's 15.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
He's old enough to banter and.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah.
Well, my
So I'm not gonna-
Snapchat says that I'm going to be pregnant by the end of the year. So,
Wow.
well, that's a joke. That's a joke. I'm making a joke.
Okay, that's cool.
Please, I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, do you know what I'm talking about or no?
I don't have the slightest
I was
idea, but
about
good for you, dude.
Congratulations.
I haven't used Snapchat in 6 years.
Okay, wait, I'm showing my age. Basically,
We're showing our
there's
age,
this
I
thing.
Yeah.
There's this thing where like 3 boxes appear over your head, and it's like, oh, by the end of 2024, this will happen. By the end of 2025, this will happen, and 2026, this will
Okay.
happen. And I got pregnancy, big house, and then
Oh, wow.
funeral.
Oh,
So
wow.
I've only got
That's
2 more
nice.
years in me, guys.
That actually just sounds like a normal
Oh, man.
cycle of life.
You're gonna
Go
get a
through
big
your entire
house.
life in 4 years.
At least you're getting a big house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe my background will be better. So
Maybe when they say big house, they mean mansion.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Nice mansion. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Or like
Great.
big house for a bird. You know. Who knows?
yeah, I'm hoping for the former. But
Wait, what is your school process like? I guess both you and Jake, huh? You guys are both. You have some time left.
A little bit. I got about a year left.
Okay.
Getting close.
For your PhD.
Yep.
I have
And
2
I can be
and a half.
Doctor. Then we're gonna have a Dr. Fantasy showdown. That's what we're gonna have to do.
Oh.
Wait, do I have to do the diet thing?
That's what it's gonna be.
Does that mean I have to learn Old English? Which one's harder? Probably
You're
the
gonna
Old
do it
English.
all in Old English. Yes, please.
Oh my
Do
god.
you actually write it? How was the final process in that, Jay? Could you have a dissertation or a project?
Yeah,
that you're doing?
yeah. Dissertation, which is with the way that my research works, it's like it's all with human participants. So, and they're like long-term resistance training studies. So my data collection process is taking a year and a half when it's all said and done of just collecting the data, and then we get all the statistics, data analysis, and then writing up the huge paper and
Wow.
defending it and all that kind of thing. But the benefit of it though is that I don't have to take classes. I'm like just doing research, which is pretty unique in the States. Most PhD programs are going to make you take additional classes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got a pretty good gig here, but
Yeah, it's interesting. So you didn't take classes previous to this project,
not
or-
during the PhD. I did a master's first,
Okay.
which I think is part of what helped me talk my way out of some of the extra coursework.
Interesting. Yeah, I had 2 years of coursework before the exams that I had to take, and then came the dissertation.
Yeah, it's what's so interesting. Like my PhD is honestly so easy compared to a lot of people because I didn't have the classes. The like preliminary exams were combined with my proposal presentation. So I gave the presentation, and as long as I passed, then I also passed the exams. There was no like written thing. There was nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, this is great,
Dang.
you know. But it just goes to show when you have a bunch of people who lift weights who wants to run the PhD program, that's what happens.
They're like,
But-
how do we make this as easy?
Exactly.
Although it's not something that I would be capable of at all, by the way. Let me just
I
make that
think
very
you'd be
clear.
surprised. I think you'd be surprised.
Please write your
Jake, when you finish your
dissertation.
PhD, will we have a brother channel called Gym Level Rising or Gains Level
Ooh.
Rising?
Well, hold on. You can't. We have to bleep that out with the delay or something before someone.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Gotta lock that name in
Yeah.
right now.
Don't steal it.
I mean, I have all my like my job is in the fitness industry, right? So like I have another Instagram for that. I do coaching. I do all the educational stuff. So that's kind of out there. I don't want to do more YouTube. It's just I don't want to do it.
Enough.
The bar for editing and production quality in the fitness space is light years beyond what it is in the booktube space. Like there's no choice but to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to get professional editing done if you want to get any traction at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That makes sense though.
And they put an intense amount of effort into just like one video too,
Yes.
I think, right? Yeah.
It is a lot. This is so easy, dude. Hey, I read this. Here's what I thought.
Yeah.
You know? It's,
You can do it all in one take.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Navo, thank you, sir.
Ooh. Wait, I need to know this conversation, Phil. Do I call you Phil? Philip? Dr. Philip?
Philip is good.
Interaction live. Okay, I didn't.
Philip is good. Yeah.
When is the War and Ruin conversation? When is that happening?
So I'm the slow guy, and I'm 400 pages into of War and Ruin right now. And I think once I finish, I just have to tell the others, I'm finally done. Sorry, I took so long. And then we'll get it scheduled. But yeah, I'm the one who's holding it back, actually. So guilty.
Oh, no. What are you thinking so far? 400 pages?
Oh, it's definitely Cahill's best. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the best in the series so far. And I've enjoyed the whole series. But yeah, it's another level of War and Ruin. So yeah, great stuff. I've got 600 pages, a humongous book, and
It's big.
mass market version, and the font is about as small as you could legally get away with.
Yeah.
It's still part of the book, but I'm loving it anyway, and I'm glad there are still 600 pages to go. So.
If you accidentally hold the pages too hard, do you accidentally pull out the papers? Because that's what would happen to me when I was reading my copy.
Oh no, yeah, I'm super careful when I'm reading. I don't even bend the spine. So.
Me
Yeah,
too.
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was just like, because when a tense scene happens, I start to grip the book a little harder, and then it goes up. It's out. And I go, oh crap.
Alex, you're gonna have a crazy time with Prophet of Udan then, man. There's some scenes there that are you're gonna destroy your book.
They might be grip inducing.
Ooh.
That's exciting.
That's a good. We did the study on the tingle. Yeah, they've done that. They got to do it on grip induction scale.
There you go.
I'll get Cal on it.
Yeah,
He's the one who organized it, and I absolutely love Cal. So
yeah, we need that.
Chance, you read book 1, right? Did you read further in the trilogy yet?
I have not yet. No, I think you reading Prophet has me like ready to go though. I gotta say, I'm like,
really
you know what? Maybe I should just get into it. Like I do kind of miss being in that world. It's kind of crazy. It said so. That's why reading's so fascinating to me. It's just you get so immersed in a world, and then you want to go back to it. And you're like, man, why have I not gone back to this? You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Chris and
it's coming
Vera,
up.
have you guys read it at all? Have you checked it out?
I haven't read it yet. I want to. I have it, and I just got my broken binding of Way of a Dance.
So
Oh,
we're
yes.
gonna make them sell out. Let's go.
That's right.
I gotta wait till tomorrow morning.
I'm excited
such a
too.
loser.
I haven't read it yet because I have beef with Dr. Philip Chase because he spoiled Dead House Gates for me. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm that
no.
person who commented about that in that one video.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my
now
God.
there's a spoiler warning. But I was the brave warrior that had to be sacrificed. So
Somebody had to do it.
Oh,
thanks,
no.
Dr.
Wait,
Philip Chase.
like the chain, like the ending of Dead House Gates.
Not the
No,
ending. No.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the ending.
Yeah.
Small
Also,
spoiler.
you remember.
Oh yeah, I remember. I put the spoiler warning there after
Yeah.
our exchange. I do apologize for that.
It's okay. I
Everybody's
will
done
read it
least
at some
once.
point. I will.
Yeah. No, I think you'll love it if you liked Gardens of the Moon at all.
Oh, I meant the Way of it on. But yeah, Dead House Gates as well.
Yeah, I think I actually. Sorry, it was Phil, right?
No, No problem.
I
You know,
guess
so I
so.
do prefer the full version.
Philip, okay, gotcha.
I'm
Gotcha,
not
gotcha,
at all
gotcha.
offended if you ever call me the
I'm
shortened
sorry.
version.
I'm
No,
a
no.
big Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan. Can I call you Uncle Phil? How this goes?
Uncle Fantasy.
I think John is the booktube uncle, not me.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Philip, right?
He's the
Okay.
dad of booktube, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I completely forgot what I was gonna. Oh, I think it was Malazan is when I first either that or Book of the New Sun were the two reviews that I started watching and then really getting into the discussions as far as like my booktube journey.
Yeah.
It's like that, and then obviously Mike from Mike's Book Reviews, like I think Memory Saw a Thorn from him, and then Malazan and Book of the New Sun from you. That was like I was like, wow, that was my intro to booktube. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I've come full circle here now. Thank you, Jake, for hitting 1,000 subs.
Yes, I'm getting everything put together. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
He's
so
giving
cool.
us the benefits.
Yeah,
Yes, we're homies, man. We all gotta share in this, you know.
Yeah.
That is the beautiful thing about this community and why we love having people like Jake around, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, guys. You guys are giving me an ego over here. I don't know. I don't think I'm that. You guys think my Instagram pictures are good? You think that like I'm? I don't know.
Think your Instagram pictures are good because I don't see them.
Jake, but is it really an ego if it is just facts?
That's right.
Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
Boom.
I like that. Maybe I'll roll with that.
That's good.
Yeah.
We all need you pumped up for that next competition.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm. It's so funny. It's like after the tradition after you do a competition is to go out for dinner afterwards, right? And just blow out, eat a ton because you've been, that's what most people do. And I couldn't do that because I have another one soon, right? So it's like now that I've kind of had the prize, the ending kind of dangled in front of me, and then it was taken away. Like, no, you got 2 more weeks. This week has just been, bro. I'm struggling. For anyone,
You got this, bro.
Anyone listening, I know Chance knows what's up, but for anybody listening who keeps track of their nutrition at all, I'm eating 75 grams of carbs the next couple days.
I thought it was 100 last night. What happened?
That was the plan initially.
That was yesterday. Today we're at 75. Tomorrow we're at 74.
Oh, I thought we were going down to 50 tomorrow.
I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
I'm braced for anything, but that's how it goes. I mean, it's it is what it is. It's not as bad as it sounds. You just do a lot of vegetables and it's okay.
I wouldn't know. I don't keep track of my nutrition.
I think that soda whiskey drink had about no, definitely not. But I can't believe that.
That's why I've been drinking it for
it's been
like
sitting
2
for
weeks
2
now.
That's crazy.
Chance is jealous. I told you.
For 2 weeks? Yeah, no, it wouldn't last. It wouldn't last an hour. Yeah, that's funny.
Come to Ireland. We can share it. I'll save it.
Ireland's known for
Save
that.
it.
That was
Yeah,
a joke.
to Ireland in a
Take
decade.
it forever to get there.
Sorry. To
That's
anyone
how
not
you age
familiar with me,
whiskey.
I don't mean anything I say.
Yeah, that's funny though.
So
Classic
one
comedy.
thing that I'm reminded of now that Chance is here and Philip, I know you've been there before too, but at least Chance and I have gotten our tickets for ICFA coming up here. Very
Yes.
excited. That's going to be really cool.
What's that?
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great conference. So the International Conference for the Fantastic and the Arts. So it's not like the conventions that you hear about all the time where people, fans go and they meet authors, and it's actually an academic conference. So it's a little more, although it's also different for an academic conference because you do have a lot of writers who attend. So that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Slightly different vibe. So don't go dressed up as your favorite fantasy character because you'll stick out.
I think I might still.
You should.
I got to dye my hair blonde. I'll go as Day Raven.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm really excited. I think that the academic side of it, I think, will be super, super interesting. And then just some of the other this still feels so weird to say, but like talking to Janie Wirtz on Twitter, and she's told me about like just some of the, you know, cool side chats that happen, and Steven Erickson shows up all the time, and she's there, and you know, all these people that, you know, not just a big fan of, but also look up to for their skill set and just, you know, how they conduct themselves, and it's just going to be cool. And I hear there's an amazing bookstore. So.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, you can get some good steals at that bookstore. A lot of them are signed as well. So.
Oh, is the Adan trilogy going to make an appearance there?
I don't know. I mean, if I'm there though, I'll bring a pen with me.
If you're there, I'm bringing my books.
I have to bring my
yeah.
Absolutely, taking full advantage. And then Jake, or I guess the PhD people can just you can translate for me when everybody's speaking academically.
I'm not gonna know what's going on.
You use fancy words, okay?
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out together then, Jake. You know, I think we'll blend right in.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm excited to learn stuff. I whatever, you know, just kind of like absorb information, you know. That's kind of what I'm really looking forward to, and being able to like pick the brains of, you know, really intelligent people. Yeah,
it's gonna be, dude, just even thinking about like some of the writing questions you could ask, or some of the just everything. It's gonna be really fun, I think.
So when is it?
It is in March, late March.
You're gonna have read Curse the Mistwraith by then, right?
Yeah, we should be 2 books in by then, I think.
So, man, you'll see just the way she does everything in that book. I'm going to not talk about much.
Yeah, I want the full experience. Yeah.
You'll see. You'll have so many, like, just craft questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, I already I read The Gallant like a week ago or something.
Oh, cool.
And it was phenomenal. And like her prose is so different and so beautiful, right? And so impressive. And wow, man, that, and I'm gonna read Hell's Chasm here at the end of the month. That's what I'm gonna bring with me when I fly home for this other show. So I'll get to read that on the plane and while I'm sitting there in the hotel room and whatnot. But yeah, I'm already all in on her writing. I absolutely cannot wait to
How
dig in
quickly
there.
do you read The Gallant?
I mean, it's only like 100 pages. I think I read it over, I don't know, in 3 sittings or something. Yeah, it was literally when I was doing cardio.
Yeah.
Sittings or a lovely distraction.
Yeah.
I'd be very curious to see how long it takes you to get through to write Hell's Chasm, because for me, it takes me forever to get through Janie Wirtz's books, because I have to really take my time.
I think
it's so dense.
Yeah.
Chris and Vera, have you two read anything by Janie Wirtz yet?
You can go first.
No, I haven't read anything by Janie Wirtz. But I was going to have a question for actually any of you. How long do you think that it will take me to read to The Curse of the Mistwraith? Because I'm going to be doing the read along with John in January, and I'm wondering if I can audiobook it in December. Yeah.
There is an audiobook for it, I think.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah. But do you think like a month is enough time to kind of take it in? Because I heard that they're long and dense, so I'm not too sure.
They are, but you'll be fine.
Okay.
Definitely a month is adequate, yeah.
Like, I'm taking about 2 weeks as I slowly go through Ships of Merior and Warhost of Vastmark, because it's the omnibus edition that I have, and I'm really absorbing most of it.
You're doing both in 2 weeks? That feels fast.
Yeah.
he goes,
I'm reading 50
I
pages
read
a day, which is not as much as I typically do.
You said you do how much?
I'm doing 50 pages a day and 100 on weekend days.
Okay.
50 pages of a Janie Wirtz book, that's a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot. It's a lot, and it's really it's hitting me hard, and I'm realizing that I may be biting off more than I can chew, because a couple days this week I went, I can't do that. I have to go do something else that's more important.
Yeah, I'm kind of planning. I love planning TBR stuff. I don't know. I'm just weird.
It's so fun.
But I'm like planning like the stuff to do in between those books. I want it to be like light and easy for the most part. So So it's like a lot, you know, some One Piece, which I guess is sort of light and easy in a way. But then, you know, just other, you know, I want to read more Rob J. Hayes and get into some more of his stuff, and you know, just things that are a little bit more straightforward that I don't have to like really sink my teeth into as much.
Yeah.
Oh, this
the
is
reason
actually
sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say this is kind of an apt timing on this one with like taking notes and stuff. I think that I've actually started doing this with some more complex books like the past year or so, and I found it immensely helpful. Yeah, I don't do anything in the book. I just jot notes down.
Yeah, same.
This was for The Witcher though, so
yeah, that's for your 6-hour video that's coming out.
I have 8 hours of footage, Jake.
No.
Holy shit! God,
No way.
8 hours of footage.
That's awesome.
That's impressive.
I need to cut it down. My max is 2.5. My max is 2.5 for that video. So.
I would just
It
upload 8
makes
hours.
16 videos out of it.
Yeah,
That's true.
No, because Doctor, can I just call you Philip?
Yes, please.
It feels so rude.
Yes, please.
Like to me as a Polish person, it just feels so rude to be like, oh yes, I'm calling my elder by their first name. But anyway, my plan is like, this is a marketing thing, right? It's so much better if it's like The Witcher summarized by Polish fan, part 1, and then it's one entire book and it's 2 hours long. So then like each short story by itself. So it's just going to be better for the search engine optimization.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
We have another name for you.
Yes.
That sounds like something I should watch. So thank you, Vera, for that.
I don't mean it in a rude way. I promise.
That's perfectly fine.
In a respectful way.
I do think that that's a video I'll want to watch because I've only read the 2 short story collections so far. And I feel like I'm missing a lot because of the translation. I think that it's probably much better in Polish, is my guess. And you would be a good person to ask about that.
Yeah, I try to talk about it a little bit in the video itself. I do a little tangent because I think that there are 3 things that are missing from the translation. And then I do kind of give my personal translations. Like, for example, really quick tangent, but they full on don't translate, like they full on like leave out sentences sometimes, or full on leave out words that change the meaning of a sentence. Like, for example, like all the stuff between Geralt and Yennefer in Polish is incredibly romantic, with him like being like, oh, her eyes are so close to me and her eyes became everything to him. That's cut from the English translation. It's just not there. So it's kind of disappointing. And the jokes, a lot of them just don't come across. So anyway, back to Jake.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that video too. We talked about this, right? Like a lot of some of my issues with why I didn't enjoy The Witcher as much as I was hoping to. I'm hoping I at least understand more of you know, the reasons behind that or whatnot.
I have bought the Witcher game 3 different times and tried to play it about 6 different times. And each time I get to a certain point and I go, oh, something important is happening in my life. So I move over to do the important thing. And then I go try it again. I'm like, oh, this is good.
She's going to go off.
I was about to be so offended, but it's okay. Life is more important than fiction. So you get
I have a video where a student tries to teach me to play Witcher 3, and
I watched it.
Pretty embarrassing.
No, it's an amazing video.
He's brilliant. Video. He's brilliant in the video, not me.
The way you guys talk about the different sorts of storytelling in the video game medium, like the environmental storytelling and all of that, I really thought that was brilliant. I also left a comment to which you replied, but it wasn't that memorable, clearly. So, sorry. That was a joke. I promise. I promise. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I probably deserved that one too. So.
I feel bad now. That was a joke.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But I do want to get back to Chris though, because Chris, we asked if you have Jenny Workshop.
So I was in a buddy read and somebody's discourse for Curse of the Mist Wraith, and we got 10 chapters in, but then there was like a health thing for the person running it, so it stopped. And then it got into October, and I was reading horror stuff for October, so I just kind of put a pin in it. So I'm going to keep going with everybody in January.
Oh, cool.
January.
Yeah. So yeah, but I love the first 10 chapters. It was really good. And I was doing like a couple of chapters a day, and it wasn't too hard to keep up on that. So
a couple chapters?
Yeah.
Nice.
I only got through the first 10 chapters. Maybe they get worse after that. I don't know.
They're like, hold on.
They're long chapters. Is that what you're saying?
They're really long.
Some of them are, yeah.
Are these like Malazan chapters?
They're not quick chapters.
Hold
So
on.
the 4 of you are going to be in this read along, right? Chance and Vera.
I'm out on the.
I'm not in the video. Vera's the only one who's lucky enough to be in the video.
I'm not in it. I'm just reading when they do.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not even doing that. Malazan has taken up my density. I'm on Bone Hunters, I think now. I'm reading Night of Knives currently, like right now.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And then Bone Hunters is going to be my Malazan read next month. And then I figured because actually Janie sent me a bunch of books. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But I wanted to read To Ride Hell's Chasm in January as like the January deal. So I mean, I might do that, but if I have time at the end of this month, because I'm putting off Assassin, or what is the Ask Quest? Is that the one? So I have Ask Quest that I was going to jump into, but John and I had rescheduled a conversation. So I think I was going to start at the beginning of I was going to start my Ask Quest in the beginning of December, do a lot of glute bridges, and then that's going to be So yeah, I really want to read Janie Wirtz though, because I think, especially just in general, being exposed to different kinds of authors and how they write, and I don't know, it's just like one of the most addicting parts of reading to me is just seeing the different approaches to story. I don't know, so I'm really excited to get into her books, but and being that she sent them to me, it's not like an obligation out of like because she sent them I need to read them. It's because I have the access to them. It's silly to not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you wind up squeezing it in like the end of this month, me and Theo from Rekindled Reader are going to buddy read it like the last week of November. So I'm sure you are more than welcome to hop in there if you want.
Yeah, I'll see where I'm at with Night of Knives. Then I have to, for Red Company, no big deal, just a quick Red Company plug. I have to finish We Are the Dead, I guess by that time. But I think I can. I finished Dregs of Empire faster than I thought I was going to. So I think I can get Night of Knives done because they're about the same length. So we'll see.
Very good.
No, I was done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask you all. I've been annotating my copy of Janie Wirtz. What are your thoughts on annotating special editions? Because I want to annotate my Malazan copies, which will be special editions. Because that's such a dense thing, but it's a special edition. It's like
I would buy the paperbacks to do that, bro.
Don't you dare.
It's like
Don't do
but
that.
like I'd have to be switching between both of them.
Yeah, you'd probably find a mob outside your house, Alex.
Yeah, don't you dare.
If you annotated the special editions.
That's a tough one.
That's actually why he got the Way of the Dan Broken Binding edition. He's ready to annotate it.
I don't think I can do that to myself, man.
He goes, these margins, just look at these things. He's like ready to go.
Just begging.
That edition is so. How much, Philip, if you don't mind me asking, how much involvement did you have in that creation of all that like actual masterpiece of art?
I got to give a lot of input. It was actually Patrick Leo is the art director for the Broken Binding, at least the one I worked with for my book, and he and I had a lot of back and forth about which scenes should be illustrated, and then he had the ultimate say, but he did consult me a lot, and it was really cool to work with him and the artists. And he even asked me up front, so which artists do you want to work with? And I absolutely knew that Renee Egner was the one I wanted for the color illustrations. And Patrick knew about Peng Lu, who did the black and white ones. So I was really happy to be able to work with those artists. It's just really amazing, actually. but yeah, I had some input. It was cool. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's incredible.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
I'm so
excited
stoked to
get
get my
it.
hands on those.
No,
I'm like,
Yeah.
I want, like, I love the dust cover. The naked hardback to me is just so
Also
like,
nice.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just so inspiring, I guess. Maybe it's the gold, but I don't know. It just like is a very,
Black and gold's always good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't go
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
yeah.
I already made my pitch for one of the art pieces I want to see in book 2. I'll keep it a secret, obviously, but
Oh, okay.
I told Philip the other day when I read it, I was like, I want this in there so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a sly smile. Okay.
No, we haven't decided yet, but that's something
Sure.
hopefully we'll be discussing in the new year. Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Mm.
exciting.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of, are they thinking maybe, of course, assuming sales are good and all that sort of thing, like one per year kind of thing? Is that sort of the rough goal that they have, or?
I think it'll be quicker than that, actually.
Nice.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good to hear.
Yeah. So this got started. Once it got started, it took, I guess, a few months. But yeah, so I would anticipate that both books 2 and 3 would be out next year. That's not a promise. It's not a promise.
Sure.
All right,
sure.
we heard it here. Philip said it's
Yeah,
promised.
right.
It is
I heard the
locked
word
in.
promise. Let's cut that.
exactly. He has to keep his word.
I promised it will next year.
NLR exclusive.
NLR exclusive. I love it. I need to get like a banner.
Now you
across.
just have to make sure you add it in a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just randomly take
NLR
that
fantasy
section.
news.
Oh wow, I need to. Dude, somebody.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, somebody on Instagram. Shout out TJ if you watch this. She was saying she like commented on Daniel Green had a video where he was like, if you know of any small booktubers who you think would want to host fantasy news sometime, let me know. And she said she commented my name, and I was just like,
That would
That'd
be
be
awesome.
that'd be
incredible.
crazy.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be so cool.
I don't know
Wow.
if I'd be good at it, but I would try. I mean, what the heck,
The purple lights, I think
You'd
you'll
do
be
good,
fine.
man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd be so cool.
I haven't had Daniel drop into a live stream yet, like Vera did. So I'm I don't know. One of us is
He
cooler than the
DM'd
rest
me
of us here.
afterwards, and he
Yeah.
said that he and Kayla watched the Witcher videos. So you know what? This is all for him and
Nice.
Kayla.
We get it. You're the famous one. Okay.
Dr. Philip Chase is right there, guys.
It's funny, the name Chase and my name have been met like my entire life from a young age to now.
You get
People
called
call me
Chase.
Chase all the time.
Yeah.
My best friend in the military, one of my best friends in the military, his name was Chase, but everyone called him Bubba. And then when him and I are together and we get like order food and they say Chase, he says Chase because he has to give him, I don't know why he has to give him the real name. Like he's going to get arrested if he says Bubba, but he says Chase. And I'm like, Chase, are you making fun of me? And then I just remember that his name's actually Chase. But I always have somebody associated with the name Chase around me, like at any given moment.
I've literally seen comments on your channel like, "Great
Yes.
video, Chase."
Yes. And I'm like, my name is spelled out right there. I just kind of move on. Like there was a part of my life where that really bugged me, and by all means, I guess it gets to a certain point where you're just like, man, I guess it shouldn't, like it's whatever. But when my name is spelled out, it's funny. I'm like, all right, it says Chance there, but it is what it is,
This
Yeah, I
is,
see you politely reply.
I do.
Jay,
This is
they look
interesting
the
too.
same.
Yeah, they are the same. That I love how you have those big framed like book covers on your wall, and like how this might be a dumb question, but is that something that when you get the cover art made, like you just have the ability to have something like that custom printed for yourself, kind of thing, or is that like how did that work?
In this case, actually, a colleague of mine organized a party for me when the first book was released. This is a colleague at work, and she used the print shop at the college where we are, and they were able to we sent them the digital image, and they were able to make that poster that's right over there. So yeah, that's how that happened. But I actually didn't have anything to do with it. She had those made and for the party, and gave them a couple of them to me afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
That's
That's so
so
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it's been very useful, I can tell you that.
Well, there you go. Somebody asked me a question. Yeah, Christopher Nava asked me this about the Rob J. Hayes stuff. Yeah, I think Mortal Techniques is definitely something I want to do. I'm not gonna lie, part of me wants to do the War Eternal first, just because it just looks really cool. I don't know.
Jake, you gonna get that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No.
You gonna get that Broken Binding edition for Never Die?
No, man. It's cool, but I gotta be.
It is kind of so cool.
It's so cool, but it's we're already locked into Sun Eater. We're already locked into Malazan.
Yeah.
We're already locked into two Dan books for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna get the Aragon ones next year just because that was the first series I ever picked up for myself at the library as a kid.
Oh
So
wow.
I will have a soft spot forever for Aragon.
Yeah, then you gotta
Wait, Jake. Can you still do the elven greeting from Aragorn? Aragon? Wait. I'll do the first part. Atra esterni onotheldion.
Whoa.
You are
And
a
then
way
you have
bigger
to-
nerd than me.
Nerd level max.
No, I can't do that. I remember the lip thing, and then do they touch their forehead? Is that right? With the reply.
I don't remember. But then the other person says Atra mornar something honor or something.
When you
I
roll your
made my
R's,
teacher say the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you roll your R's like that, you do sound elvish.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
It's the Polish in me.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was super cool. Like, I wish I could do that. But no, I am.
He said no.
My poor substitute teacher who had to do that with me every single morning before I came to class.
No, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Wow.
And I told everyone to call me. Wait, this is Veralor. Fifth grade me
Hold on, let me get my
required
journal.
everyone to call me Elfie, like
Elfie.
Elf-y.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ah.
Required. There was no option in this.
No, I even wrote a non-fiction book about the elves of Duweld and Varden, which is, I believe, how the name of the forest in Aragorn.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
That's cool. I love that. I love that. Were you guys Aragon fans growing up, or was that just the two of us?
I'm a little old to have,
Sure.
but I've actually read the series.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I enjoyed it. I'm actually amazed that Christopher Paolini wrote those when he was as young as he was. And
17.
That's
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Hats off to him. I
Okay.
tried to write when I was that age, and I can promise you that it was not anywhere near as good.
Yeah.
It might be
That
very
was-
interesting for me to try that.
Yeah.
Reading it,
You should.
Yeah,
You should.
considering I'm that age.
exactly.
Wait, Alex, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
You didn't?
No, I had no idea.
I know.
I don't know anybody's age anymore. You turn 30, it just stops. You just stop.
I think you purposefully stop paying attention once you hit 30.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like over. I'm like, what it is, what it is. Everyone's just alive, you know?
Yeah.
You're living.
Yeah. Chris, were you a Aragon reader? I was never. I could never.
I was not. That wasn't one I read. Mm-mm.
No. My reading journey is I actually didn't finish a book until my senior year of high school, when my creative writing teacher had us sit down at the beginning of a class for 30 minutes every class and read. And then it took me almost the entire school year to finish a very short book. It's kind of interesting, like how I got into books at like 27, like 3.5 years ago, really. I just never before that. I like listen to audiobooks of nonfiction books, and I love fantasy as a genre for film and movie, but and this isn't the fault of my professors. I think it's more my attention span and how my mind was. I just never, like, having to make a report about a book they were forcing us to read. I just wasn't into it. I was like, nah, that's the rebel in me. I was like, no, thanks. I don't know. It's so weird.
Did you guys notice that we had a celebrity in the chat? Rick
I certainly
Thunders.
did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I pulled him up a couple times.
Holy crap.
We also have confirmation. We have Rick Thunder and we have Belltube both here at the same time. So
Whoa.
They're two different people, obviously.
Yeah.
They're
Oh.
Clearly.
same
Is this a
person.
Nerd Level Rising exclusive?
another exclusive. Yes,
Oh my god!
You
Because
can make a
people
whole
probably thought
Netflix
they
show
were
out
the
of this.
same.
we should
I never
get it
believed
canceled.
otherwise.
canceled after one season.
Yeah. Wow. I
Have any of you
never.
watched Dark Crystal?
I have not actually. I want to.
I watched an hour-long video essay on it 3 years ago.
You mean from the 1980s? That Dark
Yeah.
Crystal? Oh yeah.
Yeah. I watched that one.
I love that. And then they made a Netflix show with it that was
Mhm.
it's still one of my favorite shows, period. And then they canceled it. Even after it won, I think it was an Emmy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make some interesting choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they somehow still haven't canceled well. Somehow The Witcher is getting
Well, it's because they
5
got the name
seasons, so-
Hemsworth attached to it. You know, how are you going to cancel a show with the name Hemsworth on it? It's a handsome fella.
Well, if it's Chris, maybe, but when's the last time that Liam was
The other one.
relevant?
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely a Henry Cavill Geralt fan. Don't get me wrong, and I love how Henry Cavill stands up for all of the source material, and then in general, just like the community of like fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah.
To the point where he was like, "I'm done."
Yeah, he's doing a Warhammer show now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is it a show? I thought it was a movie.
Ooh.
I think it's a
I don't
show.
know.
I think
I
it's
thought it was a
too.
show. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
So, what are we all reading right now? I know somebody asked that earlier, and I kind of scrolled right by it. But what we got? What we got?
Where's my?
Ships of Marior. And
Oh, that's right. That's right. Your crazy sprint through the.
Yeah.
Not a sprint.
Jamie's
I am taking my time.
Fair?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
finish Ships
2
of
weeks.
Marior after this, and then tomorrow dig into Warhost of Vastmark. Oh, it's so good.
You're going back to back.
Yeah, because I have the omnibus edition, and I'm just thinking,
You still
If it's
take
in
a
one
break if
book.
you want.
and it was written as one book too. So
Okay.
I
fair.
just that's what I like to do for what was it called? Kingdoms of Death and Ashes of Man. I read those back to back because they were one book. I won't do
I did
it
the same
for
thing.
Dandelion Dynasty for those last two books. That's 2,000
That's
pages.
how that went.
I can't do that.
Jeez.
Chance, it sounds like you need to do Dust of Dreams and Crippled God back to back then, huh?
I will absolutely do that.
Heard
The thing about Malazan in general, I'm on Night of Knives right now, and then I have like 2 or 3 books before Bone Hunters, which kind of stinks because I really have been looking forward to getting to Bone Hunters because I
Bone
know that's
Hunter's
a lot
so
of people's
incredible.
favorites. I have naturally kind of paced myself with Malazan by occupying my reading time with other books. And I'm kind of grateful that I did, because I think I did Dead House Gates and Memories of Ice like maybe 2 weeks apart. And the emotional ride that those 2 books take you through from the end of Dead House Gates, which by the way, for the first 80% of Dead House Gates, I was just like, all right, had no idea what was going on. I
Yeah.
kind of did, but then what happened, and then something in my head clicked, and all of that, like that second of emotion just made everything kind of just like,
Yeah.
it was like a movie. It was like a montage in my head of just all the things happening. And then I went to Memories of Ice, and I just needed a second. I just needed a second.
It's a lot.
I was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah. I honestly forgot your question, and now I'm rambling.
Philip
No,
looks
I'm-
worried for your mental health.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Dust of Dreams and Crippled God back to back. Yes. Yeah. I am fully expecting, and I don't know if I'll have this experience, but based on everybody and their Toll the Hounds experience, because I know I have Bone Hunters, then I have what is it after that? The Reaper's Gale.
Yep.
And then I think it's either The Return of the Crimson Guard by publication order. I can't remember. But my expectation is that Toll the Hounds will slow me down. But I'm just gonna kind of do what I did with Dead House Gates, I think, and just like tear through it.
Toll the Hounds
just like put my head down.
Toll the Hounds might be my favorite.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Can we
that
give a-
I loved that book.
Can
Huh.
we get an appreciation for the name of that book? Every once in a while, I love the name Toll the Hound so much that every once in a while I'm walking around the house and I feel like I need to call something, I just say, Toll the Hounds! I just love the name so much.
Well, it is aptly named.
Yeah. That's how I felt about House of Chains. I was like, oh wow. It just I think every book in the Malazan universe is so it's like top tier naming, book naming. It just is. There's just no better way to title a book. I don't know. Obviously, you have the Adan titles. Those three. That's a close number two, as Philip is what I was saying.
Okay, I'll take that.
That's what I was getting to. I don't know. I love the Malazan titles and just how like interesting they are.
There's really a lot of thought that goes into those titles, and you could make a video just on the title of each book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like the like subsections within the books often have such interesting titles too.
Yeah. Like you won't even realize everything there is to just the title Gardens of the Moon until you read the 10th book in the series.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
I'm excited because I just love being able to do that sort of deep dive and just pull that stuff out. Oh.
I cannot describe how excited I am to reread Malazan. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
So you're going to start right now, Jake, right?
No, I'm kind of thinking that maybe once I get the full set of the Broken Binding ones, because that'll still be a couple of years.
Oh, right.
2-3 more years, whatever. That maybe then it will have been enough time, because that would put me, 4 or 5 years after having finished it, at least. So I think that's enough breathing space to read some other stuff, forget some of the minor details and stuff, obviously, and then get back in there and do it again.
So Vera, I know where you are in Malazan, having given you that terrible spoiler. Sorry, but Chris, I don't know where you are. Have you started Malazan yet?
I have not. I got the Broken Binding one, so I'm starting once they come in. I'm going to start.
Oh, sweet! What a nice way to read them. For the
I know, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
spoiled.
too.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm excited.
I started Gardens of the Moon when I bought the mass market paperback, which I will defend those to my death. I love those mass market paperbacks. I'm actually
wait till you're 50.
Fair. But I had that. I got it from Barnes & Noble just randomly. And then I cracked it open when I got on the plane to come visit the grad school that I wound up coming to. It was the first time in my entire life on a plane. And I was the biggest ball of stress that you can imagine. Terrified. I'm still scared of flying. But like, I'm just like, just trying not to cry on the plane. And then thankfully, they drop you in it right in the beginning, Gardens of the Moon, and that was just such a wonderful distraction. It was amazing.
Huh. So, do you have acrophobia? If you don't mind my asking, or is it acrophobia?
Fear of heights.
Yeah, fear of heights.
I don't know if I would say fear of heights. It's fear of not having control and potential sudden death at any moment.
Yeah,
that's more what it is.
Fear of what is that? Controlled air pressure, or whatever that is.
Fear of dropping out of the sky.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate heights so much.
Yeah.
I know it's incredibly safe. I just still get scared.
Wait, what was Chris? Chris, what were you reading right now? I forgot. Did we get there?
Oh, well, I'm reading We Are the Dead. Well, rereading.
Okay.
I'm ready for my chat with you guys.
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm doing that to make sure I get it in.
It's gonna be so good.
I think I'm almost 200 pages in. I got to finish it before Thursday because that's when I fly out for my thing. So I got to get it done. I only want to bring one physical book with me because it takes up so much space.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Chance, what are you reading? Oh wait, no,
I'm on Night of Knives. What's everybody's favorite way to read? That's something that's got me curious. Like when we talk about mass market paperback, hardcover, trade paperback, audio, trade paperback.
You
guys are all trade people? I'm a hardcover elitist.
I'm a hardcover elitist too.
I don't buy very many just because they're more expensive. So like I'll typically the bulk of my reading is trade paperback because of the price. But I greatly prefer a hardback if I can get it.
The problem for me with a hardback is I read lying down in bed. And sometimes I kind of like nod off a little, and if it hits me in the face, the hardback really hurts.
Yeah, it's a combat sport.
I understand.
That's how it goes. Yeah, I read like first thing in the morning, like sitting up in a chair, So the hardback is perfect for that.
I think last night I was dotting off with Ships of Marior, which is like this 900-page behemoth right in front of me laying down, and then I nodded it off, and then it hits me right in the head, and I go, "Oh well, I guess I'm awake now."
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's how you can
safety
be
first.
like Brian did that with Oathbringer, I think.
Oh my
God. Not a good one.
No.
Speaking of which, is Rhythm of War up next for you after War and Ruin, or you have something shorter to cleanse the palate first?
You talking to me?
For you, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. After War and Ruin is going to be the next Baker book. Actually, The Great Ordeal.
Okay. Quite the palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Nice and light.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's up next on the docket.
I'm so excited to read those. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're gonna love them. They are the bleakest thing I've ever read in my life, though. But yeah,
wow.
That's it sounds weird, but like that's what I'm looking for. I keep, we all me, Alex, Chance, and Chris and Tom Orange talked about Berserk last night, and it was like ever since I read Berserk, I keep being on the lookout for like what is the darkest thing I can find, because I keep like First Law I feel like wasn't as dark as I was expecting to be. It was incredible.
Thank you. By the way,
I
thank you for saying that.
Yeah,
it's like lighthearted darkness.
It was amazing. It was dark for sure, but it was kind of oversold to me, I think. And just some other grimdark stuff has been. It just seems like that's usually the case for me. We Are the Dead's pretty dark so far. But I think Baker's stuff will really get there.
Okay.
I'm so desensitized when people say it's going to be very dark. I go, okay, we'll see. I read the book, and most of the time I go, that wasn't as dark as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Well, I think Baker won't disappoint you if you're looking for dark, bleak, grim. Yeah. It's all there. He's also just brilliant, which makes it all tolerable. Yeah. But he doesn't have that humor that Abercrombie has. So yeah, I think you will find the Second Apocalypse series to scratch that itch for you, if that's what you're itching for. Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Yeah, the masochist group for the win.
Let's go. Yeah, no, it sounds good. I'm also finding more and more I keep gravitating towards writers ever since Malazan, right? It's like what writers can kind of that's why I'm so excited for Janie Wirtz. That's part of why I want to get into Baker's stuff. A lot of I think the Yadam books, right? I mean, I'm not just saying that, like I truly mean that. I think the prose just hits me. We talked about this. The prose just hits me differently than a lot of other stuff that I've read, and I just find myself seeking that more and more, just wanting obviously a great story, but like give me more to really get into. So.
Yeah, The Way of a Dam, the beginning, I had this expectation, like I was thinking it is high fantasy. I was thinking like in terms of just like I was like, oh, this is going to be high epic fantasy. And then there's a description of, I don't want to spoil anything. I think I said it in one of my videos. Oh my God. We got fireworks, everybody. Which is, we're talking about a Dan. We're talking about a Dan here, fireworks. There's a description in the beginning that's so visceral that I guess in the grand scheme of the first book, it doesn't really have too much to do with the plot other than getting us introduced to the characters. But there's this just like death that happens, and I was like, oh gosh, this is not what I was expecting. Like it was, and in a good way. I was like, oh wow, this is incredible. Like this is going to be darker. This is what I'm looking for, essentially. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize those features were turned on here.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's just because he's on iPhone.
Just Chance, I think.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that, what did I do that warranted the fireworks?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think you do 2 thumbs up, maybe.
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
it was.
There you go.
2 thumbs up, a Dan, the Dan trilogy, and that's advertisement works right there for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Do you all read one book at a time or multiple books at a time?
I read 2 usually, but I change formats. Like for example, now I'm unfortunately still making my way through Intermezzo by Sally Rooney on physical, and on audio I have Kafka on the Shore, you can't see, by Haruki Murakami, and I find that they are different enough that I can kind of keep it in my head. And in December I'll be doing the same, so I'll be doing Januarts on audio and Cormac McCarthy on physical. So that's
nice.
I'm starting.
Like I can't do 2 fantasies at the same time. I feel like because they'll
I have a
just.
hard time.
Yeah.
I haven't had an issue with that. But who wants to go next?
Maybe one day I'll get to your level because that's really impressive. Like even when you are starting 2 new series, they don't get mixed up for you.
I haven't had an issue, and it's usually like this is gonna sound so chaotic, but it like lately with how much cardio I'm doing and all this stuff, right? So I've been reading during my car. So I'll wake up and read some in the morning, and then work, and then go to the gym, do some cardio. I'll read something else while I'm doing cardio, and then come back, work more, have dinner. When I go to bed, I'll like read a chapter of something else right before bed. So it's like literally 3 different books all in the same day, usually.
Wow.
Yeah, I never thought that I was always just a 1 book at a time person forever up until the last month or 2 maybe. And then I was like, well, let me just try this and see how it goes. And it's been great.
Jake, what do you do for cardio, by the way?
Elliptical.
Oh, darn. Okay, never mind. Because I was going to recommend to you what I talk about when I talk about running by Haruki Murakami, since I want to make a video themed by him. So I'm reading a bunch of his stuff. And that book, like by the way, cardio has always been more of no for me. So I went, but after I read that book, I went on a 5 a.m. run.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw that. Right? Somewhere, Instagram probably.
I was very proud of myself. I was posting it. Yeah.
5
I did
a.m.?
like 6.5K. Yeah, at 5 a.m. By the way, in my indoor like running shoes, and it had just rained. So I was slipping on leaves everywhere.
Dedication.
You'd have to put a gun to my head to make me run at 5 in the morning.
And it was my best 5K time as well. So I was like,
nice.
Well, we can argue that you were accelerated by the leaves. There's a little bit of sliding. we'll have the refs judge that. But
maybe next time
I was doing
banana peels and you'll get faster.
Yeah, I was practicing my edge dancer moves, guys. Sorry.
Nice.
A Stormlight reference, but not reading Wind and Truth in December is a bold move.
Oh no, I will be reading Wind and Truth in December as well.
Okay.
But yeah, that will be my priority when I finish college exams. So
nice.
Ooh, exams.
Well, I'm gonna call it a night for this old fella and leave it to you young folks. But Jake, and by the way, I've really enjoyed myself chatting with all of you. And booktube has never been better. You guys are all wonderful. And hello to everybody in the chat as well. But Jake, most of all, congratulations again, man. This is a great milestone once again, and you're doing great things here with your channel, and it's just great to have you as part of this community. So thank you so much for inviting me, and I can't wait to see what you do.
Of course, thank you so much for being here. This means a lot to me to have you here, and it still is wild that I can send you an email and you show up on a live. Just this guy that I've been watching for so long. So that means so much. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure's mine. But good night, everybody, and I will see you all on BookTube.
Good night, Philip.
Good night. Have a good day. Well,
actually, Jake, I might take this opportunity to hop off as well because it's 1 a.m. for me at this moment.
Very
so
late for you,
yeah.
Be a rational person. Don't be me. I stay up till 2 a.m. on weekdays.
Jeez.
Once again, in the words of Philip Chase, congratulations, Jake. This is amazing, and I can't wait to see your progress to the next 1,000 subscribers and beyond.
Thank you so much. This was truly, like, I appreciate you a ton coming in here at all, because I know how late it is. I know how busy you are. There's a lot of other things you could have done with this hour of your time, right? So I appreciate it greatly. Thank you for being just a good friend and so much fun to talk to and all that.
Yeah, thank you for this. Bye-bye.
Good night.
See you later.
See ya.
I got to show some love to my guy here real quick. Thank you, sir. I'll make a powerlifting one at some point. Once I get back into powerlifting, I'll make that video. How about that? That'll pressure.
Well, now that you're at 1,000 subscribers, you got to be at 1,000 calories. You got to drop the calories down to 1,000.
That doesn't sound like much of a celebration.
Maybe you should eat 1,000 carbs in celebration.
That
for
sounds much better.
1,000
That sounds
subs.
much better. I like that.
Wow. That's exciting, man. 1,000 subs is big.
Heck
That's
yeah.
that's great,
It
dude.
really is.
Weird. It's weird.
It's
I don't
awesome.
know.
I can't understand it.
Well
I can
earned,
understand
by the
it.
way. I mean, in terms of
I
just
guess.
like honestly, all three of you, in terms of your video content and what you're putting out, is just it's spot on. You guys actually are hitting the note in a lot of your stuff.
I could say that. I mean, like Chris posts twice a day, right? Just
Yeah.
so much
It's
awesome
great.
and such great energy, so much awesome content. Alex has like, you put so much thought and effort into every one of your videos, and it's so in depth. I'm just like, I read this, it was cool, and then like Chance is just, you have so much awesome stuff
Mine's
to bring to
low
the table with
effort.
the writing
Yeah,
and
mine's-
but it's like, all your efforts going into the book, right? That like,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
world is excited about now. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Not yet.
Oh, it's going to be
We'll
such a
get
good
there.
book. I cannot wait. That is
get
one of my
there.
most
Oops.
anticipated. It's okay. Hold on. What are your most anticipated releases for next year? Or maybe you want to save those for a video?
The Devils. Joe
Yeah.
Abercrombie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Me
think
too.
Barry got an arc. I'm very jealous.
Oh,
Sorry.
dang.
That one's up there. Shadows Upon Time, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a one of my first videos was like some new releases next year that I'm excited for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I watched
yeah.
the video. No.
Oh, I already did.
Maybe if
Yeah.
you wanna know.
We don't know if Red God's going to be out. It might
Yeah,
be.
if
It
it's
might
out,
not
for
be.
Yeah, I
sure.
don't
That
know.
one, yeah.
I haven't even started Red Rising, so I'm not even going to put a.
Yeah. First three go by pretty fast.
Yeah.
I finished Iron Gold on audio, and it was kind of just like a book for me. I don't know. It was just hard
Read
to
Dark Age.
say.
Yeah.
No,
It's,
Dark
no.
Age.
it's a good setup,
I think my January is going to be Prophet of Adan, Dark Age, and if I don't read To Write Hell's Chasm this month, it'll be in January. So I think that'll
Stacked.
be
Mhm.
my January. Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Age is, up until I read Kingdoms of Death, is probably the darkest book I've ever read.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
So you think it's good that I
Good
read
on
Kingdoms of
that
Death first?
I guess. I mean, they're very, very different. Like it's dark in a really different way.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I literally have been thinking this whole time I'm going to get into Dark Age and just expect another Kingdoms of Death.
No.
It's all
It's
out.
very
Oh,
different.
God.
Very different.
Okay. Good.
Kingdoms of Death. Kingdoms of Death is such an interesting book. I don't cry on anything, but Kingdoms of Death is one of the only times I have ever cried, period.
Mm.
It's interesting. I've cried, I think, in every Stormlight book. But I don't. Sun Eater hasn't gotten me yet, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It was that last scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm on Demon in White, so don't
we're not talking
Well, I
about
won't
anything.
tell you.
Alex, don't do it again.
Like yesterday. all over
God!
again. He was about to.
He's gonna
I'm
start
gonna
throwing
buy
books again.
Berserk Deluxe editions from up top and then throw them at you.
All right, I only have the first two, so throw 3, 4,
I'll
5.
throw the first one at you.
So throw it to
You can
Throw
have
the
a
other
copy.
That's so
That's
funny.
funny.
I gotta.
That's so funny.
If those go on sale at all for like Black Friday or Christmas
Oh,
stuff, it's
like
gonna be hard
wow.
for me not to get them.
Yeah, they're
I
so
have to-
nice.
I have to ask if you guys have heard anything about Trigun because they keep popping up on my Amazon.
Trigun's very good.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have
It
one of
does
my
look
best
good.
friends. He says he advocates for Trigun being really good. I want to try Trigun, especially because it's post-apocalypse, and always love one of those.
Ooh, is it
Alex,
really?
I think you'd like the anime a lot, Alex. It's got that like 90s. It's from the 90s, right? So it's got the same vibe as like Bebop and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good.
I'm gonna tell you, I still need to watch the last episode of Cowboy Bebop. You think I'm kidding? I quite literally watched. I think it was the 25 episodes, and then did not watch the last episode.
You got. How do you?
We got a
Ow.
Trigun. We got somebody who loves Trigun. Who
Yeah,
was that?
Trigun's very good. It's the anime at least isn't very long. I don't know if they adapted the whole thing or not, but I think the anime is like 25 episodes or something.
I mean, yeah, the deluxe manga editions are all red. So obviously I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like, well, let me get in on that.
A remake recently.
Huh.
Yeah, I heard it was
Oh, yeah.
good. I'm not really a fan of the
The
art
CG.
style, animation
Yeah.
style in that one, but I heard the story was good at least. So
Yeah, I have no idea. I definitely do want to get into Trigun at some point. It's just manga. I think manga, anime. Gotta be frightened of them, because when I touch those things,
Oh, they're gone.
it becomes me.
Slay threw one out earlier. Ichi the Killer.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard of that.
Slay.
He said it's
Slay
darker
has
than
been
Berserk.
Clutch.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Ichi the Killer.
Ichi the Killer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
the one? E.G. the Killer. Okay, for a second. Hold on. I'm looking it up now.
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
I gotta get through Berserk first.
I know, me too.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna
One
do
time.
Berserk, and then I think Vagabond was gonna be my next
Oh, yeah.
objective.
Yeah, that's one I want to check out too.
Yeah, so I was gonna decide, because I don't think they have deluxe Vagabond editions yet. I was like, I might just start. You get groceries every month. You get at least one deluxe edition. So I was like, maybe I'll do I'll probably do Trigun. I think for
I'm
those,
gonna do
and then
Vinland
Vagabond.
Saga.
Yeah,
I want the Vinland Saga deluxe ones too.
Mhm.
They look so nice, and they change colors every two. I'm like, oh gosh.
Those are
The
really
ru- everything, the runes changed.
Yeah.
Oh, they
like,
do?
Yeah, the runes change, and the symbol on the front changes.
Oh, yeah. I really want those, because I want to read Vinland Saga. I never really liked the first season, and then I went and rewatched it after I finished the second season, and I loved it so much. And I went,
Yeah.
"How did I not
Oh,
like
it's
this?"
phenomenal.
Mhm.
Mr. Darth Jazz. Berserk is a manga. Very long running. I think it's 378 chapters now, I believe, is the one that just came out.
Oh man.
I think you're right.
I believe that's right. So
Yeah.
very long running. It started in like the 90s, I think.
Yes.
And,
No, 89. It was 89.
89.
Mhm.
But
Wow.
very worth your time if you like dark fantasy.
Because I remember I had an argument with somebody about it being either in the 90s or 89. And I said,
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure it's 89.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it feels like lit RPG is kind of the new manga.
Dude,
Am I
I'm
wrong?
not gonna
Right?
lie. Brian was incredibly generous and sent me the audiobook of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Ooh.
And I got, I think, 4 or 5 chapters in, and I just am not interested.
Ah,
Really?
I don't know. I just can't. I can't get into it.
That's
for
a
whatever
hot
reason.
take, Jake. From
I
Nerd
know
Level
everybody
Rising.
loves it.
Jake from Nerd Level Rising doesn't
Has-
like Dungeon Crawler.
He hates Dungeon Crawler.
Yes!
I wanna,
You heard it here.
Hold on.
there's-
Ants, Chris, we need to make a video. Just the three of us, and we need to say Jake from Nerd Level Rising hates
Hates
Dungeon Crawler Carl. He can't be in it.
Ah.
We have to talk about his opinions.
Oh,
That's funny.
that's how it goes. No, I mean,
No, I didn't know it to. You have the guts to get into it.
Mhm.
Guts.
Yeah,
I have not.
I haven't read it yet either. Have you done any other lit RPG, or is that it?
no, that's
Yeah.
it. Well, I mean, the Michael R. Miller's Songs of Chaos stuff has some
Yeah, that's
progression
true.
stuff in it,
Progression,
but it's
right.
different.
Yeah.
that-
Which, like, the progression stuff is by far my least favorite part of that series.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me, but it's
It just seems.
lose
It
all
just
my
seems.
subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're down to $9.99 by the end
Uh-huh.
of the
I
night.
just said that.
Yeah, I want to try some more though before I make like any sort of stronger opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so far I'm not off to the best start, but
Well, it's like the web serials and lit RP, like Wandering In, and I feel like I've seen a bunch of others. They all have that kind of energy to them. It's just, I guess the difference is like you don't have an artist doing any of the story, and it's not told through that like manga lens. I don't know. This is just like my simple brain trying to justify everything and
Yeah, I mean,
to get to that point.
have you guys done Dungeon Crawler Carl yet? Have you tried
I
it?
Nope.
want to. The only thing, so I don't know, and you can correct me, is when I hear lit RPG, I go under the assumption there's like levels, there's like a game mechanic esque thing.
No,
and
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's post-apocalyptic, but
yeah, I mean it's an isekai, right? Like that's what it is. It's a
Yeah,
book
I
version
like
of an
it.
isekai anime.
Some isekai, but I don't like even. I don't know. I don't want it seeping into my novels.
Yeah, it's like Dungeon Crawler Carl was like the beginning was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
I loved how it started off.
Mhm.
And then you get into what feels like the meat of the story with all the lit RPG stuff where it's like this is your level. This is how you open your inventory. I killed this thing. These are the drops that they add to my inventory. My level went up to this. I unlocked this achievement, and it's literally like a video game.
Oh wow.
Which I can see people loving that. I mean, it's exploding, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know. And maybe this is also my first audiobook experience since I was like a little kid. So maybe it's the audiobook. So I don't know.
You need Joe Abercrombie audiobooks. That's what you need.
Well, they say the dude who does the Dungeon Crawler books is like one of the best.
That's
Oh
true.
wow.
Which he's incredibly talented. His narration voice is pretty much the exact voice of Patrick Warburton, and I love Patrick Warburton. So I was like, oh, this is great, but it's
Just not feeling it. That's all right, man.
Yeah,
I'll keep trying. I
Maybe
told
it's
Brian
the
I'd
audiobook
at least
stuff.
finish the first one. I told him I'd at least finish the first one.
At least you didn't hate it.
I don't hate it. It's just,
Not your speed yet.
I would kind of rather, like if I'm driving over to the lab to do it, it's like a 25, 30-minute drive. Do I want to listen to a little bit of that, or do I want to like listen to a booktube video, or it's just kind of I keep finding myself picking the latter.
It might also have to do with like this might be something that you can study when you go to the lab. It might have to do with like hormone regulation in regards to calorie deficit. Like maybe Dungeon Crawler Carl could be used as like a control in a study that you do in regards to audiobook narrations.
I feel seen. Yes, performances were fantastic. It was a lot of stats and inventory items and things like that. But,
Interesting.
I don't know. I have enough of that when I play video games, which admittedly isn't as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But
I'm still starved for video game. I think once I get back from my show trip, whatever, which will be like Thanksgiving, I have one other project I need to button up quick for my degree, and then I'll have a little bit of a break, and I'm like I'm playing something. I'm just gonna play something over the winter break.
I just need to finish this next week. Then I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna finish Elden Ring DLC, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I really want to play. I was when I was making breakfast, I watched Sanderson's video of him answering writing questions while playing the DLC.
Yeah.
Wait, he did that? I know he played the game, but I didn't watch it because it's the DLC and I want to play it myself.
Yeah. It looks so cool, man. I'm torn between that and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is like screaming at me to go play it.
Ooh. Yeah. I feel like that'd be hard to turn away from it if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Whereas like me, it's like obviously Elden Ring because it's my favorite game of all time. I just haven't played, but if I were to ever go back, well, I played the original game, but if I were to go back to playing video games, it's like that or RuneScape right now that would take up my time. But I just can't. I have an addictive personality. It just doesn't work.
RuneScape's so dangerous because you can convince yourself to just have it run in the background while you do something productive. Yeah, and it's so dangerous.
You tried to convince me. It wasn't even me trying to convince myself. It was you.
You see, he's the little devil on your shoulder.
Yeah. It was you trying to convince me, and I was like, it's gotta sound right.
Hey.
Whoa, here we are.
Hey, this is okay. Don't feel great about yourself.
I mean, no, dude.
Don't worry.
Do AK.
You have to save it for the 42 grand.
Let me take it back. Feel great about yourself, but we're messing around trying to get these microphones to work because we got something coming up that the missus is going to be up here with me. So we're testing microphones as well as coming on to say congratulations.
Wow.
Win-win.
Awesome.
I love it.
Boom.
So it's like a twofer.
Just happen to be in the area. That's just...
Well, everybody's over because it's the missus' birthday tonight.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah.
Yes, happy birthday.
So we left them all to come up here and set up microphones because
as you should.
we're bad partners, basically. That's how that.
No more people, please.
That's so funny.
Well, congrats to you, Jake. First of all.
Thanks,
yeah,
dude.
man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like
I
this
appreciate
has to
it.
be some kind of land speed record, dude.
Yeah.
I don't. Vera was here earlier. I think she was a little faster, but no, I don't know.
No one even. Here's the thing. So we don't feel horrible and small about ourselves. No one ever compare yourselves against Vera. That's just
For sure.
that's the booktube rule.
It's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
I don't. It's wild. I mean, it's to the day been 4 months. I think.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
really?
Dude.
So
That is
no,
awesome.
3 months. 3 months.
Very.
Because August 16th was my birthday, and I put my first video out the day after my birthday. So it's
Wait,
been
yeah.
3 months.
Wow.
That's wild, dude.
That's awesome.
That is unbelievable. I think for 6 months.
No,
we
it's
were
too
chasing
much.
100.
Yeah, I think for 6 months it's like we were screaming into a bag and then
Yeah.
getting in the car, getting up to 50 miles an hour and throwing the bag out the window. That's how that was going.
That's what I was. I mean, you guys didn't have Talking Stories shouting you out on your channel every week, right? So that helped
Yeah.
quite a bit.
No, we tried
Yeah.
shouting ourselves off, and still no one seemed to care.
You guys are. You're gonna hit 10K pretty soon.
Are we?
Yeah.
I think
know.
you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, I think because Zach is in the chat,
Mhm.
and he actually hit me up on Discord and told me where we were at, and it's amazing to me, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you guys are is well deserved. Yeah, everyone loves you, man. And
Mhm.
like once, I promise I'm not saying this just because you're sitting here, but like once you guys turned the camera around and had Jacob play a bigger role and that banter, like the back and forth between the two of you is just such magic that is awesome.
Well,
I'm glad you say that, Jake, because I saw a comment a couple days ago of someone that said, "I don't like this guy that sounds like he's making love to the microphone. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on." Not
That's my
vibe."
favorite part.
that is an
That
actual
is the
comment.
best. That's the best.
That is an
part.
actual
wow.
comment.
You do have that
Yeah.
sexy voice though.
Is that- I don't know. Two guys talking about books and one's talking like they're making love to the microphone.
Yeah.
Like,
You-
what? I just don't
you guys-
like it.
You guys both have to get into audiobook narration. That is a very lucrative career.
Oh, that's so true.
I'm calling like when the Talking Story book comes out, I want the family to narrate the audiobook.
Yeah.
You know, that would be really, I think that'd be cool, but I don't know what's going to happen.
That's a scary task.
That is a scary.
Oh, I'm sure it's so much work.
And we don't know what we're doing,
Yeah.
which has never stopped us before,
Yeah,
quite
that's-
honestly.
Yeah. You just
That
got to
should-
do
that
it.
should encourage you.
I don't know, man. Tell us, Triple B, was he saying mean things about us before we actually came on?
No. Of course not.
No.
Of course
Don't
not.
watch the replay. Don't watch the
That's what
replay.
we
Watch
sound
the
like,
replay.
Chris.
There's no replay for this.
You know we're watching the replay. Dude, this is so awesome to see, like, Chance and
Yeah,
Alex and Triple B and it's like everybody on the same screen. This is amazing.
The talking story tree.
family,
Alex goes away.
Yeah, Alex
Yeah,
left.
he's like, he was
He's
gone.
out.
What?
He got
Done.
scared.
Huh?
Your
Wait, can you
camera's
hear
off,
me?
dude.
Can't
Wait,
see
Yeah,
you,
we can
man.
hear you.
Wait, what happened?
You're a man of. You're
Wait,
a
there we
man
go.
of
wait,
melodrama.
why is that camera? Wait, hold on.
Now we're looking up at
You got
Alex.
this.
What
I
is
believe in you.
happening right now?
I
I
believe in
What's
saw
you.
what was
happened?
up your nose there. Go ahead
This
and go
is so
back.
weird. Hold on. What?
I don't know, but I love that angle. It's like the knockout cam.
Yeah.
It is.
Speaking of the knockout cam,
I
has everyone seen Jake's pictures from the competition?
yeah.
No. Are those out?
Oh my God, they're on freaking
Yeah.
Instagram.
He's
Yeah.
a beast.
They're on my like whatever my work Instagram whatever. It's
Yeah,
there's
there's-
like a highlight story thing, whatever you call that you can see
Okay.
a bunch of them on there.
Did you win every? I mean,
No.
No,
Too many
I
clothes.
there yeah, exactly. No, so I did two different divisions, right? There's one division that's just people who not necessarily first timers, but you just have never won something before.
right.
So there I got second out of 3 that, to be honest, I feel like I should have got first, if I'm being very honest. But whatever.
Don't
And,
don't,
uh,
don't
good,
sugarcoat
yeah.
it, Jake. The other
Yeah.
people were fat slobs. Is that what
Exactly.
you're saying?
We saw it.
And then the second
It's-
division I did was open to anybody, and the 2 dudes up there with me were just monstrous. So like I knew I was getting last, and I should have got last. It was fine,
Yeah,
but I got a cool trophy, and I had fun, and that's all that matters.
man. I looked at those pictures and yeah,
Well,
Talk
thanks.
about
I appreciate it.
And
Appreciate
yeah.
talk. I mean, talk about knock me out. I've never felt less manly
Dude, the chest tattoo. I had no
From-
idea.
I mean, it was everything. It was
Yeah.
the chest tattoo and the glistening and the pose, and it's like I feel like,
You felt like you hit the subscribe button.
oh man,
He felt like he subscribed to something else, maybe.
I hit the subscribe button. I joined the fan club. I got a lapel pin. I ordered a sweatshirt. I went all in, Chance. I went all in heavy. It was unbelievable.
Yep.
Man.
Dude, we should get that on a t-shirt. Your pose, the
Yeah.
lat spread. Yeah.
That would be nice. That would be.
Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
Wait, what is the chest tattoo? I need to know. I didn't.
It's a big wolf.
I do want to
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's a big wolf.
It's
head.
the manliest freaking thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. That's so
I
sick.
went in. I was like, just give me something tough. That's what I want. So,
Yeah.
That's
and
what he
you were
did.
like, and put it on my body for the rest of my life. He was like, all right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Jake, I'm gonna give you the option. Do you want to look up at me?
I would love nothing more than to look
Okay,
up.
first, Alex, we already do, my friend.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
look down on you, or do you want this to be my face until my camera charges?
No,
Nah,
dude,
just-
get yourself.
We can look up.
Yeah,
at
we
you.
gotta look at you in the face. Man.
All right
Yeah.
then. Hello.
That's great.
Oh, never
There we
mind.
go.
Okay.
Well, Chance, I gotta ask: Are
Yeah.
we on your Darth Revan lightsaber, or do you have a tripod?
No, this is it right here. No,
Oh, okay.
I have.
No,
I
his
do have
sister got him a tripod.
That's
yeah, my
right.
sister got me
Yeah.
a tripod. I can't use this when I'm on StreamYard because the microphone just doesn't connect for some reason. It just doesn't register that I'm doing it. But yeah, I have a tripod, but the Revan lightsaber is here, ready to go.
Jacob, how do you
It's
feel
always
about
there.
hooking microphones and working with StreamYard?
Oh, we could have come here about 30 minutes ago, but it took me that
it was
long
not
to
pretty.
set this up.
I've never seen him this angry. I've never seen him
Yeah.
that
Oh,
angry.
wow.
He
Yeah,
had.
I have
Technical difficulties does to you, Chance.
It was.
Oh, man.
It was the first time I've ever seen testosterone levels like that from my son. It was kind of like it was kind of like when Jacob sat down in that tattoo chair and it's like, I just want something that screams testosterone right across my chest, all the way across.
Oh, that's amazing. I love your tattoo, by the way. I need to get something for Stormlight. I got some ideas, but it came out very good.
Lightweaver was a very close second idea for me because of my time in the theater,
Yeah,
but
I love that. That's underappreciated.
had to go Bondsmith, man. Had to do it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
such a
you're sort of the booktube Bondsmith, right?
I'm
maybe.
going to keep saying that until people start saying it. That's not me.
Well, you have number one right
I
there.
thought
So,
we were just saying
right
that
there,
Ron was
Jake-
the uncle,
Jake,
and
Jake
then
did it.
Philip was the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I know what a bondsmith is, I'll start saying it, John. Don't you worry.
Oh, that's right. You're still so early in this.
Yeah. Once I know what that is.
dude. I'm
Where
in
are
book
you in?
4 now.
Oh, I'm gonna hit Words of Radiance next month. That's the goal.
Oh,
End of next month, I think I'll be able to. And apparently you can move pretty quickly through those books.
I think they read really fast.
Okay.
Faster
I
than
think
you
I'm
think.
looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's still really big, but
I mean, it is
Yeah.
really big, but it's not like it. You don't feel bogged down. It moves pretty. The story moves quickly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm definitely intimidated by it. I have only like 3 books planned for next month, but all 3 of them are big, and Words of Radiance is the biggest.
Yeah, it'll do that.
And so I'm
How goes?
we'll see if I'm able to put a preparation in like Jake has for his bodybuilding show. It's how it'll feel.
I do the same. Like I started Rhythm of War, and I haven't eaten for 5 days.
it's how
You might be ready.
how
for
far
a show.
into it are you? Like,
I'm at 500 pages in. I'll be halfway
Okay.
tomorrow.
yes.
Okay.
Do you love it?
I'm really enjoying it. When I was around 200 or 300 pages in, I was getting a little bit. I was having this feeling like I've read 3,000 pages of this story. Why do I still not know what the flip is going on?
We almost got it. We
It's
almost
like
got it.
I've got Heralds and Night Radiance and Ghost Bloods and Sons of Honor, and everybody has agendas and everything. It's like I'm not quite sure how these pieces fit. And I've read 3,000 pages. Am I just not? What's wrong with me? And then it started to click. Like as I went forward from there, pieces started to slot in, and it's like, oh, I'm liking this now. Like it started to happen for me. And for some reason, up until then, books 1 through 3, when you're finding out backstory and stuff, it didn't bother me as much that I didn't have the grand picture. But for book 4, I kind of was really expecting the grand picture, and it didn't hit me as quickly as I wanted it to. But I do have to say, I've settled in now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Like I'm really enjoying the read.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that book, man. That's always the one that gets kind of shunted to the side, right? Of the 4. But it's the stuff that most people complain about were like some of my favorite things about. Like I cried at the end. It was amazing.
Don't tell me.
I won't say anything. I'm not saying anything else.
I mean, I know you're not going to say spoilers. I just can't hear that muscle-bound Jake cries. I can't hear that.
I've cried in every Stormlight book.
I don't know where to file that. I don't know how to deal with that.
I'm such a softie, man. I cry at everything.
Wait, I want to know what in Way of Kings, because I read Way of Kings, and I feel like there was moments that were very emotional, but I'm trying to think of what would have made me emotional, like very like to the point of crying in the Way of Kings. If we can spoil that for everybody that hasn't read it. Go ahead, Nerd Level Rising exclusive.
Chris hasn't read it.
Trying to stay
I'm
really
done with it.
Yeah, I would say trying to stay really vague. The Bridge 4 story towards the end gets pretty emotional for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was one, and then I think also the Kaladin has a moment where he makes a decision. That got me.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And some of the Kaladin flashbacks that happen with his family that can be a little bit. I mean, that's such a Kaladin book. That first one's such a Kaladin book. And book 4, I'm finding I'm really getting all in on Adeline. Like it's kind of Adeline's time to shine in book 4.
You're gonna get somebody else in there a whole lot too that I think you'll like a lot.
All right. I'm excited. Well, you know what? We better go back downstairs because it is my wife's birthday. But I guys, all kidding aside, this is not about the microphones. We absolutely wanted to pop in. And, you guys, all of you guys, Triple B and Chance and Alex and you, Jake, like, I can't tell you how happy I am. All you guys have joined BookTube, and I get to see you and hang out with you. It just means so much to me. And that you're growing so fast. All you guys are just going to shoot out of the park. It just gives me such a great feeling. We just had to stop by and say congrats, man.
Thank you so much. I mean, I knew you guys had a lot going on, so it means a lot to me that you stopped by at all. You definitely probably shouldn't have, right? You should have stayed with but, thank you so much, nonetheless. It means so much to me. You guys.
Well, we did finish cake first, Jake. It's
of course.
Good. Thank you for rubbing that in, John.
Priority.
Jake, they rhymed though.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys know how much your channel meant to me getting started, and never miss a video. I love it. Jacob, I need to get you on NLR together by yourself, by the way. I would love to do that sometime.
That would be so beyond.
We need some film. We need to learn. We need to know the film stuff. We need to start hearing the projects that you're working on.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm qualified.
We just shot a training video that can never see the light of day.
No, it has to see the light of day because you mentioned it now. It's a promise.
In all honesty, we make corporate training videos, and we kind of go a little out of the box and make it as comedic as we can.
We
were
guys
about to show a clip, and then we were like, yeah, we can send it to people on Patreon. That'd be really cool. Wouldn't they enjoy that? And then we realized it shows
the company's logo and stuff. We're like, I don't think that'd be cool.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Well, I'll let you guys go. Please tell her happy birthday. Say hi to Mr. Pooh. I'm obsessed with him.
Oh, yeah. No, Mr. Pooh is just up here stalking around. We kicked him out. We kicked him out before he came on. Man, I got to tell you, I loved hanging out with Triple B and Alex and Chance. You and I are getting together in December. Jake, I loved hanging out with you. And all of you guys, I can't tell you, and you've all told me this, if we have any part of helping launch any of you guys, it just means the world to us because I love y'all. I love all your faces. I love all your work. I catch out all the videos that I can, and it's just really been this journey in its entirety. But just to know we had any small tiny thing about you guys launching too,
the biggest, absolutely, the biggest part.
Oh yeah, same here,
dude. It so makes our months.
Man, watching all you guys on Town Square is like the most fun every month.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
seeing everyone here in one room together is just the coolest experience.
I'm so annoyed I
Like,
missed
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's happening next week.
yeah.
Make sure everybody gets their things in.
I gotta
Good
record
point.
my.
I'm gonna go do
I'm
that
recording
after.
tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow's my recording. Tomorrow's my marathon recording day because I'm gonna be gone all next weekend. So I got to record like 6
dude.
videos or something.
Oh man, have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. Hey, and I got to tell you, Triple B, that last one you did about your student that took you to the ceremony is dude, you had me cut up, brother. That one took me out. That was amazing. That
was
story,
cool.
that story hit me right there, man. I do. I watch everything I can, you guys, and love you all. Congrats to all of you guys. Whoever hits 1,000 first, we'll be there for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, we love you too, man. Thank you guys
Love
for.
you too,
Thank
yeah.
you both for
Amazing,
inviting.
all of you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you
Have a
guys
great
so
day.
much.
Okay.
All right.
No.
I also have to use this moment today. Jake, I am honestly super stoked that you hit 1,000, dude. I think, your effort has shown the fruits, and that it will continue to grow because just, honestly, all of you, the quality out there is just so tremendous, and it's something to aspire to. Although my lack of of effort
Never
going
change,
in,
dude.
I
Never
don't think
change
I'll
what you're
ever
doing.
have that level of production. But you guys are the best. You guys are a lot to look up to. So, and I echo John's sentiments in love and respect. And I want to, obviously we'll text after this, I'm sure. So, but I appreciate you guys.
Your
Same,
videos are
guys,
amazing,
man. Thank you
Keep
so
doing
much.
Great work.
Congrats, Jake, dude. Really.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's it
Later,
means a
guys.
lot. Thank you for being here.
See you,
Yeah.
man.
See you, man.
See you, man.
Later, guys.
Well, maybe that's a good note to kind of end on because I need to go get something to eat and get some stuff before long here.
You actually eat now?
Yeah, I get some vegetables and some plain chicken. That sounds fun.
Ooh,
For dessert,
Watch
I
out.
get a scoop of protein powder because it's chocolatey.
that's good. That's good.
Mix it into your
I-
drink a little bit.
Yeah, I wish I was joking, but that's literally what I'm gonna do.
I know that's what you're going to do.
Yeah. It is what it is. We're almost there. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate. I mean, it's a couple hours on a Saturday night. I appreciate you guys taking the time and everyone who's been on here. It's so crazy to me how like it's been 3 months and I've already made like legitimate friends on here. It's awesome. It means so much to me. I've felt so just welcomed and part of the family, man. It's great. So
awesome,
appreciate
man.
you guys.
And by the way, you made it seem like that on some level it was a burden. No, I was looking forward to this the entire day. Like
I have
woke
been,
up
man.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, Jake's AMAs today, right? Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna jump on there. It's gonna be
Dude.
great.
It's
It's gonna have
great.
a blast. It was a blast.
It was. Jake, I want to say that congrats, of course, but I just want you to know it's not just because of the videos or how great you do with them, any of that stuff. It's you, man. It's just you, your personality, like your vibe. That is what got you to 1,000 so quick and why it's going to keep growing. Doesn't matter how much content you make. It's just you, man. So keep doing you and you're going to keep growing. You're awesome, dude.
Thank you, dude. That means a lot to me.
You're awesome, and that is why you are not even at 1,000. You're at 1.1 thousand now.
That's right.
And it's gonna keep
Am I?
going
Jeez.
up.
That's crazy.
Exponential growth.
That's right.
We'll see. All right, we got people kind of
They're different.
out. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you. Oh, and I don't know if I saw you jump in. Thank you for dropping by, dude. Appreciate it. John, everybody. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me. The whole chat for hanging out. I appreciate it a ton. This has been great, man. And like everyone has said, once all you guys hit it, we'll do this again for sure. Someday I'll be over 9,000. Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, you got to do it at 9,000.
We will. We will. We'll do a 9,000 one. We might as well.
The over 9,000.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end the live here, I think. But yeah, just thank you everybody for everything. That's like, I don't know. That's all I can say. I love everybody. End stream. Awkward couple seconds.